Hey, you got me so defeated. I can't address this feeling alone. Wait, I'm staring at the ceiling. Rather do this and be on my phone. You put the beat in my heart, the light in the stars. Maybe I'm overthinking now, and I don't know where to start. You tear me apart, but in the best way. 'Cause every time you're talking to me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. If you guys are new, thank you so much for stopping by. Today's video is all about the iPad Pro for students. This is going to be super helpful for those of you that have an iPad and don't really know how to use it, or are thinking about getting an iPad and are just kind of unsure about it. This is going to be helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe, and we're just going to go ahead and jump right on into the video. So I have a whole separate video on why I bought my iPad Pro. I will link that up here and you guys can go check that out. But I'm going to kind of just talk about the main reason I got my iPad Pro was to condense everything in my backpack, keep my backpack lightweight, and also have some digital notes to make it easier. Everything is just on one place, which I really love about the iPad Pro. So this is the 11-inch iPad, and it's 64 gigabytes, by the way. So what I use for my iPad is obviously mainly for college. I am an accounting student, so if you don't have a laptop, I recommend getting a laptop first. Mine's back here. So we're just going to go ahead and pop right onto the digital note-taking aspect. So I use Goodnotes 5. As you can see, this right here is the Goodnotes 4. This is the older version. Goodnotes 5 is the newer version. You do have to purchase it. I think it's like $7.99, but honestly, it's totally worth it. You can see here I have a couple of different semesters of folders. So in Goodnotes, you can create different folders as you would like in a binder, and you can have different notebooks. So this was during my undergraduate semester. This is when I first got my iPad Pro. I was very tedious when it came to note-taking. I did not get into the whole artsy and aesthetic side of note-taking. I honestly just kept it pretty simple. And as you can see, my notes aren't the cutest, but they do work. This was literally when I first got my iPad. My handwriting sucked when I first got it. And then another good thing I like about digital note-taking is you can have a digital planner, which is what I have here. So I use Pinterest, and I save a bunch of digital planning stuff on my Pinterest board, and then I just basically add it into a notebook in here, and I can make to-do list, can plan out my week, I can add cute little quotes and stickers. Honestly, you can get really creative on the digital planner aspect side of this. I feel like it's really easy to delete stuff off of this. So I can literally just click cut versus having to take out an eraser and erase or tear out paper or anything like that. And I can literally just click undo and it'll pop right back up. I have a Goodnotes, in-depth Goodnotes video all about the Goodnotes app. You guys can check that out as well. I'll link it up here for you. And then also another good thing about the digital note-taking is you can have as many notebooks on here as you want. If you click this plus button, you can click the notebook, and you can select all different notebook covers in here. You can even add your own. You can also change the different paper style that you have. So there's square paper, there's dotted paper, you have ruled narrow, you have wide, you have some. Also, it does come with like some planner templates, so you can choose like a monthly planner, a to-do list. Also change the, I guess, format of your paper. I normally just use A4, which is a typical paper size. And you can do portrait or landscape. You have a lot of different options as far as being customizable within the Goodnotes app, which is really nice. I feel like the iPad Pro has a lot of really good unlimited stationery, so you can literally pick preset colors right here, or you can choose different colors within this color map, or you can even like customize the different color you want, how dark you want it, how light you want it. You have access to any color, you have access to the thickness of the pen that you want, whether it's like super thick or you can even do super thin. You also have access to 3 different size erasers. The big one is really nice if you have a big surface to erase. And then this is the Apple Pencil 2nd generation. I have a little Apple Pencil cover on this. I think I got it from Amazon, but honestly, it's really comfortable to write with whether I have this cover on or not. And you can draw a straight line when it comes to the highlighter as well. So if you just highlight something and then hold it, it automatically straightens out for you, which is really nice. So you can choose different colors. See, all of these are like the presets that I saved because I just really like these colors. Again, you can change them with the color grid or the color circle. You can add a text box, which is really cool if you want to type out any comments on your notes or type out your to-do list, type out your notes. You can also add different images on here. So let's say you're a nursing student and you want to add a picture of, I don't know, the respiratory system. You can add that in here as well. You can also add some sticky notes or stickers. You have all these different options in here. You have different size sticky notes, different colors. If you want to make them bigger, you can do that as well. And then you also have this really cool like shape tool. So if you're trying to draw like a perfect circle or wanting to make your notes look a little more cute, you can also import PowerPoint slides in here, which is what I have for this notebook. This is my accounting research class. As you can see here, like all of these are PowerPoint slides that I just imported, and then you're able to write on them, highlight, add notes, text boxes, whatever the case is. Another cool digital note-taking app for PowerPoints would be PowerPoint. So sometimes Goodnotes doesn't fully import the PowerPoints properly, so sometimes it will like alter the text or alter images. If that happens to me, I will import my PowerPoints into PowerPoint like as you would on a normal laptop, and you can still like write, you can highlight, anything like that. You can also delete slides if you really wanted to, or duplicate them. Kind of the same situation. I'm sure a lot of you have used PowerPoint before. Word is also really great to have on the iPad if you are typing up papers or doing like discussions for class, or I don't know, whatever the case is, you can have Word on your laptop. I like to have it on here as well. Sometimes I download documents from Canvas and they're in a Word document. So if I were to download like a study guide like this that I downloaded from Canvas, this is what it would look like. It would open up in a Word document, and then I can print it out or type up my study guide on Word. And kind of moving on to ebooks. So I really wanted to have my books digital on my iPad instead of buying really heavy books to carry in my backpack. I know the iPad comes with the Books app, but there's certain circumstances where the books are only like on Amazon or a different like third party. So a lot of my books I did find on Amazon, so I downloaded the Kindle app and bought or rented my books on Amazon. As you can see here, there's 3 of them that I downloaded. So Kindle is a really great option if you're looking for some ebooks or cheaper book options. You can probably find them on Amazon. But what I like about the iPad and ebook and digital note-taking is I can have my Goodnotes app, and I can also have my ebook to the side. So if I really wanted to take notes while I'm reading throughout the book, I can do that as well. If I want to highlight in the book, that's also an option. So this would just be called a split screen, which is something I think is amazing that the iPad does. I'm not sure if other tablets do this, but you can also change the width of the split screen. So if you want a bigger book screen, you can do that. If you want a bigger note-taking screen, you can do it like this. And you can read while you're taking notes or highlighting or whatever the case is. The split screen is a really great option if you are kind of multitasking and trying to cram notes and reading at the same time. It's also really cool too if you're trying to watch like lecture videos and going through the PowerPoints as well. So I can probably pull up like Canvas and watch a lecture video of my professor and then have like the PowerPoint slides right here. And that's just a really cool way to multitask on the iPad and use it effective and efficiently. Another good app on here would be Google Docs. So if you have any group assignments, Google Doc is a really great way to add your group members and work on a assignment together and effectively. You guys can share the document to different group members. You can still print it out. It's kind of like Word, but Google Doc, you are able to see what group members have access to it. You can share it to group members, and it's just a more friendlier way to work on a group assignment versus Word document. Google Drive is also a really great tool for storage. If you are trying to upload any homework assignments on Google Drive, you can probably access it on the school computer as well for any cloud storage. Also, the voice memos app that comes on the iPad is really great. I used this for some of my classes when my professor was talking too fast, or I just really needed to record the lectures. That way I can go back and add any extra notes or just listen to the lectures again before the final exam. I highly recommend using the voice memos to record lectures. It's super helpful. You can always go back and re-listen to the lecture and then like adjust your notes accordingly. Another thing that I like to use my iPad for is mainly for YouTube. So this is kind of like my creativity side with my thumbnails, and I also like to get some inspo from Pinterest. So I have Pinterest downloaded on here as well for like digital planning, for screensavers, any customization things. Pinterest is really great to have. Another thing I want to mention is getting used to your handwriting when it comes to the iPad Pro or iPad, whatever you have. It's going to take a while to get used to writing on the iPad. I know it took me about a week before I was able to have like decent handwriting versus like chicken scratch handwriting. But I will say, like, the more you use your iPad, the more you get used to it. So you just kind of have to figure out what works best for you as far as like your hand positioning or how you hold your pencil. It's just, you got to get used to it and figure out what works best for you. But honestly, it's really not that bad. Another thing I want to mention is they do have Paperlike screen protectors that you can purchase and put the protector on your iPad to where it makes it feel like you're writing on paper, because it does have that scratchy feeling when your Apple Pencil touches the screen protector. I actually took mine off a little while ago because I did miss the glass feeling of when I was writing versus the scratchy feeling. I would say like the only con maybe about having an iPad Pro is, I guess maybe two cons would be, it is an investment, but honestly to me it's so worth it. I use my iPad all the freaking time, and especially as a college student, I think it's a super good investment. And you will get use out of it if you know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, this video I hope will help you learn how to use it, but I will say the iPad can get super pricey. I would recommend going around Christmas time. That's when I went. A lot of it was on sale. They have student discounts that you can use as well, so I highly recommend that. The Apple Pencil is a little pricey as well. I guess another con would be the screen time. So I know some people, their eyes are sensitive when it comes to staring at the screen for a while, or I know sometimes my eyes get sensitive or I'll get headaches after a while. But there is a solution for that. So you can turn down your brightness, would be one solution. I also like to turn on this night shift. It kind of just changes the tone of the screen. So as you can see, like me taking off the night shift, you can see like the screen has more of a blue tint, which is too bright for me and actually hurts my eyes. But if you hold down the brightness and turn on your night shift, it has like a cool tone and it's not as harsh on your eyes while staring at the screen for so long. So that's an option, and then you can just like turn down the brightness to help with the screen time on your eyes. You can also get blue light glasses, which is what I have as well, and that works too, kind of just tone down the screen time on your eyes. But the cool thing about it is you can get different accessories for your iPad. I have 2 different cases for my iPad, and then I also have this little sleeve for my Apple Pencil as well. So you can order cute different accessories and kind of just jazz up your iPad, your Apple Pencil, like whatever the case is. I also have the Magic Keyboard. So this one is the Smart Keyboard Folio. So it's just like your normal just case for an iPad. So I use this a lot when I'm like handwriting my notes. And then I also have the Magic Keyboard, which is what I use when I type a lot or you need to use like the little mouse on it. So that's great as well. You have different accessory options that you can purchase for your iPad and make it all cutesy and whatnot. Also, this sleeve, I still am able to connect my Apple Pencil magnetically. It still works. So the Apple Pencil just charges on my iPad like so. But other than that, that is everything I wanted to talk about as far as kind of like my little iPad guide for college students. I hope this was so helpful for you guys. If you have any questions or any comments or, you know, requests or anything like that, feel free to let me know in the description box down below. I will see you guys in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.